So, what's your favorite color?
Red.
Ah, that's cool. So do you like bikes?
Oh, I like the ones with the motors in them.
That's cool. Yeah, me too, man. Well, thanks for being on the podcast.
No problem. You're signing my Disney paycheck, right?
Yeah. They should already have sent you the pay.
Oh, great. Cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm hungry.
Okay, you can snap out of it now. That's gonna be great. That's so stupid. It's so good. What's up, guys? It's Danof here, and welcome to the Unnamed Podcast. That's not a smart name, that's just what it is right now. We're here with Walter, also known as WALTERRIFIC. Say hi.
Hi.
See, it's him. Wow, amazing. So, I thought a running theme here should be that to start things off, we're gonna do like some rapid questions that I just want you to respond to. I'm gonna give you some options, and you can just be like, bam.
How rapid are we talking? We talking like mild Taco Bell sauce or Hot Ones dab rapid?
It all depends. In case it's
you get what I'm talking about. See, you need Depends underwear to catch this rapid moving hot sauce that's moving through our body. So I just need to know, is it fast or fast?
It's fast.
Okay, I can do that.
That's good. All right. I have some prepared. Are you ready?
Huh? That's a joke. I'm kidding. I'm ready.
All right. Maryland or Kansas?
Kansas.
What's worse, tailgating or not using indicators?
Tailgating, you said? Tailgating or not using indicators? Yeah. Tailgating.
You can only keep one, your R8 or your bikes.
Bikes.
KTM or Yamaha?
KTM. I was going to try and mix them together. KTM, I guess.
What's worse, getting pulled over or losing audio on an awesome video because of GoPro's mic adapter?
Oh, I'm actually going to say the freaking audio cutting out is worse.
It hurts.
The only thing worse would be both of them combined, being pulled over and having no audio.
Getting pulled over. At least I get a busted video. Nope.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into some questions that I came up with in the middle of the night. So this is one that I'm actually kind of interested in. So when did you start riding motorcycles, and what kind of got you into it?
Does this still need to be a fast answer?
No. This is just a normal. Take whatever time. Okay, good. Next question.
Here's your fast. All right. So I'll try to keep this not super long, but I wanted a go-kart because I thought they were awesome, and I found out they're not street legal, and I made a substitute and thought, well, my brother has a motorcycle. I guess that's kind of like a go-kart in that it's small and fast and cheap. I'll try that, and I loved it. So that's how I got into it, and I believe I was 19 when I got my license. I had been on a dirt bike once before that as a kid, but that doesn't really count. So I taught myself to drive and ride, and then that was when I was 19, so that's freaking 8 years ago.
Damn.
I think that's the end.
You started YouTube way back in 2013, right?
I believe it was 2014. But you're the one who went through the painful task of going through my channel.
I'm the expert. I'll check it right now. This is important. Otherwise, the pod is over. Sorry, I didn't get my details right. Let's see here.
You probably saw that the channel was made in 2013.
My motorcycle, 24 of June 2013.
What day in 2014 or 13? What day was it uploaded?
The 24th of June in 2013.
That doesn't count. Yeah, I guess that will be the 2013.
Yeah,
when people ask that, I keep thinking they're asking when did you start doing YouTube consistently?
Yeah,
and that,
yeah,
I believe was 2014. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's when you started out. Could you ever imagine you would get to the point where you are today?
I could have imagined it, but I didn't.
No, that's true.
I'm a good listener. I'm paying attention to these questions.
Yeah,
they're fun questions.
They're all trick questions. This one, I can't avoid this one. It has to be asked. What's with the driving your R8 barefoot?
Well, the thing is, I drive my that car, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the car.
I drive it barefoot because I drive all cars barefoot.
But why?
That's a different question.
Okay,
That's a
hold
totally
on.
different question.
Next question. Why do you drive cars barefoot?
Well, the reason I drive cars barefoot is because I don't wear shoes.
Damn it. Oh, why do you not wear shoes?
Man, you have so many questions.
Yeah, I know. They're all prepared.
I don't like wearing shoes. My feet get hot, and I grew up walking around barefoot outside in the yard and stuff. And I tell people this, we had a sweet gum tree, and they dropped these golf ball sized spike balls that us kids would end up stepping on one way or another, and we'd have tolerant feet because of it. So my feet are fine walking around in concrete and stuff. That combined with the fact that my feet just get hot when I put socks or shoes on, it's just easier, more comfortable to not wear shoes if I don't have to. The end.
I can respect that.
Can you though?
No.
I didn't think so.
It's hard. It's hard to wrap my head around. It was literally all the comments on that video when you walked around in the parking garage.
I knew they would be. I saw my feet were on frame for a second. People were going to comment. I was like, whatever.
It was the only thing people commented. Over a year ago, you made a video talking about how you want 2 motorcycles. At the time, you said you wanted a Panigale V4 and a Yamaha MT-07. You also said it wouldn't happen anytime soon. About 6 months later, you bought the Duke, and now you even have 3 bikes. What was the reason for buying the Duke, and what happened to the V4?
I'm trying to pay attention to the questions. So I believe I said that I like the V4 because it's the best looking bike ever made, but I never had any intention of buying it. And between naked bikes, I wanted something, and I considered the MT. You said 07.
Yeah.
That's a bike I said I really liked. I never planned to buy that one either. But the reason for the Duke was because I knew I wanted a different, more powerful bike. I wanted a naked bike. Those are my 2 criteria. And the third one was my left knee was hurting a lot when I was riding, and I thought I need to try to find a different bike that just doesn't hurt my knee for some reason. So I looked up the coolest looking one I could find. I test rode one and decided it was good enough, and so I bought a new one, and even though it wasn't the same generation, it was awesome, and I absolutely don't regret buying it. So it was for those 3 reasons. I wanted a powerful, naked, comfortable bike that looks good. That's 4th criteria, but that's that.
Actually, the thing about your knee, that can lead into another one. Hold on, if I can find it here. We hear a lot of problems about your back and that you want more comfy bikes.
My back!
Yeah,
My back!
My back!
I saw you comment that, and I was like, yeah, I should use that clip from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. That's great.
Ah, my back! Ah. Yeah, so the question is, how old are you, really? I mean, seem to have a lot of problems with your back.
How old am I, you
said? Yeah, are you like 97?
Oh, you're so close.
Almost
9. You had half of that right. Do you want to play a guessing game? I like guessing games. Otherwise, I can just tell you.
All right.
You get 3 guesses, higher or lower.
All right, hold on. 20.
Don't look at the dates. Just guess.
No, I'm just looking at the question. 27.
You have 2 more guesses, but you don't need them because you're right.
Oh, yeah. I was like, damn it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at numbers. No, so the real question with this actually is, how would you say that, riding a motorcycle and stuff has changed from when you were younger to now, when you're an old man?
You got all of that right. It has changed, and I am an old man. But you're going to have to do one more thing for me. You're going to have to give me a time constraint because I think a lot's changed. So how short of an answer do you want?
Well, it all depends on you, really. I have all the time in the world.
Do you, though?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll limit it a little bit. What's changed from when I started riding to now?
Yeah,
as far as riding goes?
Yeah.
So some things have stayed the same, but I guess that's not your question. What's changed is I'm obviously more confident, but I'm also a lot more boring. In the beginning, I was a teenager, and so everything was possible, and I was invincible. And now I'm more, I don't know what the right word is because I'm horrible at being a social human. I think the word is empathetic, but I tend to consider what other people might think of my actions before I do them, which I didn't really have years ago. So how that affects my writing now is I am just a straight, boring, good little piggy of a driver with the exception of speed limits because, numbers, they get jumbled up and that's not my fault. But no, I care much more about driving correctly or well for the sake of yourself and for others more so than making sure that I create some kind of entertaining moment on camera, if that makes sense. It's more important to me. It would have been the other way around before. I wouldn't have regarded my safety or well-being so much, or for that matter, other people. But as I get older and boring and more responsible, that's been the biggest difference.
That's what I thought. That's totally what I was gonna guess. This is just from me. You gotta be honest here. Do you ever walk around in the Venator suit just to feel cool?
I would if I could. I can't just put it on. I need a second person. But I did do a test walk once. And it wasn't to feel cool. I justified it to myself as, let's see how long I can walk in the heat before I start to get dizzy. And the answer was about 30 minutes in 80-degree weather. So,
good to
but
know.
I did look cool. That wasn't why I did it. It was just a consequence of the test. But no, honestly, I don't put it on much. And I don't think I've had an excuse or a chance to put it on just to look cool.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Maybe one day it will come around. You can finally look cool in front of people. You had drugs sent to your apartment, your golden play button stolen, people running through traffic to say hello to you, and you carried some vials of poop. What is the weirdest thing you experienced or done?
Okay, this isn't weird, but it's a fun story I like to tell people. Would you like to hear a fun story I like to tell people?
I would love to hear a fun story.
Are you aware, turn to textbook, page 69, are you aware of the pizza? Oh, good, you're paying attention.
Yes.
Are you aware of the video when I stole the pizza out of the Jeep?
Yeah.
So a lot of people ask, because at the end of that video, I am on my motorcycle, I pull up alongside a Jeep that's in motion, and I reach into the passenger seat, and I take a boxed pizza out, and I ride away with it, and the video ends. A lot of people ask me, did you steal the pizza? And so I get to tell them this story. So when I took it, I didn't have any intention of actually stealing it and keeping it. It was just for the video. And part of the reason I stole it to begin with was because I figured they knew who I was. And I assumed correctly because I pulled over to hand it back to them. They said hello. They were happy to see me. And then I handed it back and they said, oh, no, you can keep it. And I went, oh, I wasn't going to keep it. And they said, no, we don't want it. And I said, well, what are you doing with it? And they said, we ordered this pizza. And they actually got our order wrong. And they told us, you can either throw the pizza out because we can't take it back, or you can bring it back if you want to. And for whatever reason, they decided to bring this pizza back. So if I had in fact stolen it, nothing would have mattered. I could have very well ridden off with it and no one would have been upset.
You could have had a free pizza.
Yeah. But anyway, just a funny little ending to that story.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that. I always just thought you took it and went away.
Well, see, I may have well have just taken it, so it doesn't matter to me if people think that I did.
Well, I guess it would have been weird if they didn't know who you were. They were like, who was that guy? He just took our pizza and left. You're a bit of a shopaholic when it comes to motorcycles and gear, and you currently own 3 motorcycles. Yeah, but if you could get one more bike, which one would you choose?
That's a fun one. Okay, well, you got to help me out. Is money an object?
No, you're drowning in money. You're Scrooge McDuck or whatever he's called right now.
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is the Panigale AV4, whatever the top line one is, the S or something.
Yeah.
But the BMW did just release a weird motorcycle, and I think it'd be neat just to, if money's no object, and I can just have one. I really do want the Zixer again, but I just as well am planning to buy it. But if money is no object, I would get the coolest, most expensive one, which is the V4.
How much is the V4? Did you say that?
I think it starts at $25,000. I
think it's way
or
up there.
Maybe I should have said this. I'd get the high end MV Agusta. which is $40,000 or something. That's just a gorgeous bike.
The base,
I don't know the model name. I think it's the Brutal 800 or something.
Yeah. The base model for the Panigale is $21,000. Ooh, that's a lot of dollars. Here's actually one I see in your comments quite a lot, and it's about a year ago you moved from Kansas to Maryland with your fiance. And what is the biggest difference between Kansas and Maryland?
I don't care how you say it. I don't care how you say
Marylando, in your opinion.
I actually get asked that a lot. It's the drivers and the roads are worse in Maryland. That's the biggest difference.
That's the one that you notice like every day when you go out.
Well, true, but if that's the main difference between Maryland and Kansas, I think.
Yeah, and also, did you get recognized more in Kansas than you do now?
Definitely.
Yeah, because I read a lot on Reddit and stuff that you were kind of like an urban legend. People knew you were gonna be there somewhere.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know what people are saying about me on Reddit. I haven't seen that.
Many people are saying like they're waiting around places where they know you're gonna get, and people are like, oh, he might show up. Oh, and it's an exciting little event for the whole family.
It's true. People would, frequent the places I frequent in hopes to see me and stuff. And I know this isn't a question you asked, but I wonder about it myself. Why I'm far more popular in Kansas. I think it's partly because, we as states take pride in our sports teams, our local celebrities and stuff. So Kansas takes pride in Paul Rudd. Is Paul Rudd much better than any other actor? Not necessarily, but he's ours. So yeah, Paul Rudd. So I think people had that, and I grew my channel very locally, at least to start, and I'm sure that most of my fans, at least in the U.S., are in Kansas. So it just makes sense that I would get recognized more there.
They found that pride. Well, that wasn't a question that I asked, so I'm going to cut that away. I'm not going to keep that in. I'm going to edit so it sounds like I asked that question instead. So, how did it feel the first time that you got recognized?
Well, that was a long time ago. I don't know the first time. I'm sure it was strange. I can remember one of the first times. It's hard. I'm not trying to be pompous. I've been recognized many times now, so it's kind of, I can't remember the very first time.
It was many
I can remember
moons
how
ago.
Correct. I can't remember exactly how it felt. Just it was weird.
Yeah, because I remember there were a lot of videos way back of you talking about how you had a problem, like sometimes you could adjust to being, sort of famous, and sometimes it was like, ugh!
Yep. That's not a question, but I'll answer it.
Yeah.
That is true, and it's still the same. I am super split, half and half, between totally expecting it and knowing how to react, the other half going, what? How does this person know my name? Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I literally half and half. I'm either all for it or I totally forget.
Who are you?
That's the noise I'll make next time.
No matter what they say, and then you just leave. So another thing is that motovlogging is kind of a separate thing on YouTube. Not a lot of people know about it, compared to like reaction and gaming and stuff. And what would you say is the hardest thing about being a motovlogger on YouTube?
I don't know what the hardest thing is, but I know there are easier things to be doing on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know. Being a motovlogger is pretty great. Obviously, it's not all great, but what's the hardest thing?
GoPro's mic adapter.
Thank you for answering that one for me.
There you go. I hate the GoPro mic adapter so much. It's a big spite. I guess, yeah. I mostly wrote this question in the middle of the night, so I don't know how many of them will make sense. I wasn't expecting you to answer so quickly.
Here's a question I wrote middle of the night. These clowns have no toes.
What do you think about that?
What do you think I meant when I said that?
What do you think? I can't remember. We also have pizza doesn't slide on ice, but it slides on sand. What do you think that means? What's the most inspirational life lesson that you can share? What's the most inspirational...
Did someone just recognize you?
Oh my god, who are you? How did you get in here? What's the most inspirational life lesson that you can share?
It's not my quote. Cite your sources. Don't compare yourself to who someone else is today. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Jordan B. Peterson.
You know that one by heart as well. Very nice.
It's not necessarily by heart. It's up on my poster on the wall. So
you just turned around.
No, I can't see it from here, but I
promise I can't see it. Yeah, I remember because in the beginning I thought about making this question the most inspirational thing you said, but I didn't know if you knew about anything inspirational.
I believe that was Putis.
That was probably the biggest thing I ever done in my life.
I said it. I didn't come up with it, but I said it.
You did say it. I remember. This is very vague though. It's a very long time ago. Way back a couple of years ago, when you were celebrating your birthday, I think, and you were just riding around on your motorcycle, and you met some random people, and you said something in the form of that you can do whatever you want on your birthday, just don't make it suck, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was very inspirational. That was a very good quote. I have that on my wall. I don't have that on my wall. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That'd be a weird thing.
I remember.
Yeah, I think what I said was the only thing you have to do on your birthday is just to make sure it doesn't suck. So just do one small thing. Just literally one goal for your birthday. Don't let it suck. So you can do the simplest thing: watch a movie, play a game, eat a meal, something. Because I think most of us, I've especially had a bad birthday. Just don't let that happen, and it'll be good.
That's true.
It's like the bare minimum.
The bare minimum, at least. That's what you need for a passing grade.
Correct.
We all know about your love for bikes, but what are some of the other interests that you have that people might not know about or do know about?
I think people know about my interest from movies. My dream job is voice acting. I'm sure I mentioned that at some point.
That's cool.
So I want to find a way to combine those things, and YouTube. And my idea was to spoof movies essentially in voiceover, dub characters and stuff. Shoot, I think I'm going to have to stop there because all my other interests are very petty. Energy drinks, Legos, wearing pajama pants, hoodies.
I like watching movies. Halo.
Halo.
Do you think that your interest for like doing voiceovers and voice acting kind of influence your channel? Because you do a lot of voices when you ride around.
I think a lot of us motovloggers do, and people in general, do voices every once in a while. Honestly, I don't think it's affected my channel more than anyone else. But I am able to be myself, and whether I'm recording a video or not, you'll hear me randomly quote some movie because my brain just connected to it. Just ask my fiance. I'm sure she's very annoyed with it.
So here was some from the Discord that I got. One was from just some guy that said he wanted to be anonymous, that sent to me. Any tips for people doing or thinking about starting motovlogging?
I wasn't paying attention. I was just imagining you as the anonymous person. Could you ask it again?
Wait, you imagine me as?
The anonymous person.
Oh no, how did you know? Any tips for people doing or thinking about starting motovlogging?
Well, two things, I believe. One, if you enjoy it, do it. And two, keep doing it. And that sounds vague and obvious, and it is, but that's just because it's true. If there was a secret to it, then it wouldn't be a secret.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, if you enjoy it, do it. But if you don't enjoy it, I really can't recommend that you do it. And I assume your reason for doing motovlogging would be because you have a passion for it, and that's great, and that really helps in any content or anything that you create. If you care about it, your audience will care about it too. So if you enjoy motovlogging and stuff, just do it, and do it your own way. That's really important. It worked for me, but do you want to be somebody else or do you want to be yourself? I mean, we already have a lot of other motovloggers.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do it, I would really strongly suggest that you do it the way you think it should be done. Do your own thing. But then you have to keep doing it if you want it to be a regular thing or a job, which can be discouraging because in my case, and I'm sure for several other people, there was a long period of time when you're working and uploading regularly and no one's watching, but no one's going to watch it if you don't upload it. So you have to be consistent, which is hard, but be yourself and be consistent.
Now that's motivational right there. That's going on a t-shirt, that entire...
That's going to be a really small print, long paragraph t-shirt.
I'm going to make it fit. It's going to be quite hard, but it's going to work. Here's actually one that had a name for once. It's not anonymous. It's Tefan from your Discord asked, if not YouTube, then what else?
That's a good question. Well, I would hope that I could do voice acting or something, as it just sounds like so much fun. But realistically, if YouTube exploded, realistically, I'd have to go start working at a restaurant. That's the most realistic situation.
Or you could start working at an energy drink company.
I don't think they would take me because they don't need someone else to drink their supply.
Who's drinking all
That's
the
all
supply?
I would do there. Yeah.
He doesn't even work here. He just comes in. So also, I'm actually out of questions, but I have some in general that I didn't write up. And that's some of the questions I've been thinking about during a long time. And that, first of all, what happened to the piano piece that you were working on for more than 3 years ago?
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
There are several songs that I've made, many of which aren't done. The one you're talking about was one that was mostly done. I think it's done now. Yeah. It's my favorite song that I made, and I just decided to play it, or part of it anyway. What was your question? What happened to the songs?
No, I just wondered what do you do with the songs? Is it just for you?
Oh, nothing. Yeah, I mean, I do one day, mostly, partly as a motivation by all the comments saying, I want the album. The other half being, I should just do it so it's done. But I would like to finish several of them and just release an album, just go there. They're done. They're out there. Like, I finished them. I can stop messing with them because I've had them for years.
Let's go through some of those really stereotypical questions here that needs to be answered. So, what's your favorite color?
Oh, it's blue.
I knew it. I always knew it. You're trying to hide it with all the black and red.
You asked, that was the first question you asked when I said red. I assume you know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's very hard to miss.
So trick question or a trick question? I was trying to figure it out.
It was a trick
okay.
question.
Oh, shoot.
Sorry, you failed.
That's too many tricks.
I'm not catching along anymore. No, I actually don't have any more questions. Those were the ones I prepared on the time that I had. Do you have any questions for yourself, maybe?
Do I need to eat now?
That is a good one.
It's a good question. I like to think that I'm a people person, and a lot of people think that question too. I'm just really relatable.
It's a very relatable thing to say, I would say.
No, I don't have any questions for myself. That takes work. I'm lazy.
God, I just got here so that someone else could make some questions for me. No, but that's let's see here. It's been around 30 minutes, I think.
Yes.
So, do you have anything that you want to plug on my super huge channel?
Yeah, check out my channel. Subscribe because it's Danof.
Wait, that's my channel.
No, I'm pretty sure it's mine.
Why can't I log in? What is this? What just happened?
It's mine now.
All of a sudden, the content just switched up. I moved to USA. I saw that you redid your second channel when I was doing my research.
Oh yeah. What redid?
Well, it was called like WALTERRIFIC Games, and now it's Wall Terrible.
Oh, that was a totally different one. Now I know what you mean. No, yeah, I made Wall Terrible within a month recently.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I just noticed it there. You never really talked about it. It just kind of showed
Nope.
up. It
I'm
just-
not trying to plug it or anything, but you just kind of brought it up. So that's everything, or going to be basically everything besides the regular content that's on the WALTERRIFIC channel. Whenever I want to make something that doesn't belong on WALTERRIFIC, it goes with my Walter Ego. Wall Terrible.
The Walter Ego. Well, that's all I have. So if you don't have anything to add, that's my podcast. Yeah, I haven't gotten. It doesn't have.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a name or anything yet. It's an early stage. Did you just yawn
That was a half yawn. There's the other half.
on my podcast? I'm
Yeah.
deleting everything. God damn it. No, but thank you so much for finding some time to be on the unnamed podcast that I haven't named yet.
Oh yeah. Why am I?
I don't know, actually. I thought you called me.
I did. Wait, did I? I did.
Wait,
I did
yeah.
call you.
So
Sorry.
it just got really weird when you forced me to make a podcast all of a sudden.
Hey, you're doing a good job forging you through the fire. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you. No, but honestly, that's all I have.
Good.
It was actually really cool to actually talk to you. I followed you since 2015, I think. Not actively following
that's
you
a long
like
time.
in the States. That would be
Not
weird.
physically following you, actively following you.
I've been watching from a distance, not very close, No, but other than that, thank you so much for being here again. I think I said that 3 times.
Yep.
Very bad at making an ending.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Yeah, I don't know when this video is actually going to be my 100th video. Yeah. That wasn't a
So
plan.
what you're saying is you're trying to stall until you get to 100 minutes into this recording.
Yeah, I gotta sit here and wait. I'm currently editing a video in the background. Can you just stay on a little bit?
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna get some chips.
Really? No, but that's all I have.
Fine, be that way.
You be that way.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do.
I didn't.
You told me to not tell you what to do, and I don't.
After you told me what to do, you're just perpetuating a downward spiral, and you're bringing us both down with you. Is that what you want?
Right down into the mud. This is myself, Anakin felt. I knew it.
It's okay. He doesn't mind mud.
He doesn't mind mud at all. No, with that being said, thank you for being on the podcast.
Hey, yeah, no problem. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh no, thank you for being on the podcast, man.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
No, thank you for being on the podcast.
Oh, I wasn't listening. Thank you for inviting me.
No. The rest, I gotta get to the 1 hour mark. Working slowly up. No, with that being said, I was gonna say that I have stuff to do, but I don't. But it sounds better. Let me say, I got some stuff to do. Gotta work on engines, speed, stuff.
I know what you mean.
I don't think you do. It's kind of exclusive.
No, I do.
I don't think
I can't do it, but I know what you mean. I got stuff to do. I gotta edit a video.
Oh, yeah. I also gotta edit a video. You want to switch?
Oh, I'm lazy.
You know what? I have stuff and work to do.
Same.
That's cool.
I'm gonna use that to end some conversations sometime. And by end it, I mean not end it. That's gonna be hilarious.
That's cool. This is the most horrible end ever to a podcast, or the greatest end to a podcast.
I'm not voting either one.
I'll just let this one slide by.
Are we leaving now?
Did
You said bye. Was that the end?
I don't know. I'm very confused right now. If I still have it recording, but I guess the podcast is actually over now.
Okay.
I think.
I'll stop my recording.
Yeah, I'll stop mine too.